A new anime created by cygames featuring maids warring it out in Akihabara? Call me intrigued. Let's have a look at the trailer together. Igazet. Okay, so we're here at the trailer, a very colorful splash page to get started. The title immediately tells me something, but I'll get into it with my commentary. First, let's have a look at the full trailer. Let's go.
ここは可愛い子豚さんたちが暮らすレンガのお家トントコトン。お給仕している子豚さんを少し覗いてみましょう。
So it's about a typical maid cafe in Akihabara called Totokoton. Well, I'm not sure if those are things they're going to show us or not, because that could be quite a bit of a cygames anime here. Yeah. Meido Shigoto anime, so it's an anime about girls working as maids in maid cafes. There will probably be quite a bit of funny interactions, I suppose. So it starts airing this October already, at the usual places. Okay, so that was the full trailer. Story-wise, we didn't really see a lot happening. Let's break it down. So first of all, the title here, and I'm gonna get into that in a minute. First, I want to watch the rest of the trailer together with you. But there's something interesting about this trailer here. First, let's have a look at the rest of the trailer. I'm just going to mute it now, and we're just going to have a look at the visuals here. So this is the maid cafe called Tontokoton. This is going to be the cafe that the series is going to be about. Now, the title says Akiba Maid Sensou. So Sensou means war, so it's going to be a war between maids who work at maid cafes. Now, for those of you who don't know, a maid cafe is like a place. There are plenty of them in Akihabara or other places where otaku often go. And as you can see, those ladies dress up as maids and they serve the customer, often calling him Shujin-sama, master. It's a typical otaku thing, I would say, a hardcore otaku thing. A lot of otaku spend a lot of money there. It's not something where you can do things that are physical or anything. They're just serving food, and they're addressing you in a certain way, behaving in a certain way, dressing in a cute maid fashion. And some Japanese otaku get a real kick out of it. I even heard that there are some maid cafes nowadays outside of Japan as well. This is a trend that has been exported to other countries as well. And this anime seems to be talking about life as a maid. And the Sensou part in the title indicates that probably it's going to be a war between two or various maid cafes, I would say, because it's a very competitive sector as well. So these maids, they often have to go out in the street with flyers, with name cards, trying to call in customers that are passing in the street. It's actually a pretty hard job. You really shouldn't undervalue it. These women, these girls have to work very hard. They serve their customers in the cafe, but constantly having to behave in a certain way. It can be pretty taxing on your mental state. And aside from that, there's the competition. They have to go out in the street calling customers. It's definitely not something that needs to that you should look down upon. I think it's pretty hard work for them. and then here we see various characters. Now, I've noticed in the trailer there here and there are quite a lot of censorship in it, so to speak. It could be one of two things. Either we're going to see a lot of stuff that they can't show on Prime TV, if you understand my meaning, and for the trailer they had to censor it, or it could be part of the gag, where sometimes in certain anime they would purposely leave in censorship, and sometimes fans or viewers think that it was censored, when in fact it's actually part of the anime, and they use it as a sort of gag for censoring something, and that might be the case here, because I see here they even censor a face. So I'm inclined to think that in this case it's purposely done so, and it's going to be part of certain gags. So here again, I think here it's probably, I'm not sure, but probably it's a banana or something they're censoring. I'm not quite sure, but it looks like there's quite a bit of humor in it. So we have a Gyale character as well here. Gyale are girls Japanese girls who have a tan, and usually they also behave in a certain way. Gyale way. Kogyale is the explicitly tanned version. It says here below she's a Gyale, so that's going to be an interesting character as well. I think they tend to stand out. They tend to be different than regular characters by the almost exaggerated use of makeup. Kogyale then is with the tanning. You see, she's a little bit more tanned than the other girls. So it looks like it's somewhat inspired of the actual life as a maid. Now, I can't imagine there are actual pandas there as well, of course, but I mean the overall setting is definitely inspired by the actual life of a maid. Otonamuke, it says, so aimed at adults. Meido ke oshigoto anime, so it's an anime about working as a maid, aimed at adults. Above here it says, so aimed at adults. That's probably also part of the whole gag of the fact that they're putting in explicit censoring. Those are probably going to be scenes that are kind of used as in a fun way, I would assume. Here you can see their maid getup, and that's actually exactly how it goes in a maid cafe. So they serve the customers and so on. Here this is typical for what you would actually see in a maid cafe in Akihabara. So we have the maids waving the customer goodbye as he leaves. You see he has his anime t-shirt and everything. So it's typical a place where those hardcore otaku fans, and they drop a lot of money there. Those maid cafes, the bill can run up pretty high, especially if you go there often. And some otaku, they really save on anything, rent, food, whatever. Just so they can go to maid cafes. So it will be interesting how this translates into an anime, and what the Sensou part is about, because they talk about, if we go back to the title here, and I'm gonna get into it now, Akiba Meido Sensou, so it would be a war between Akiba maids. So it is going to be fighting amongst the maids inside the same cafe, or is it going to be them competing against other maid cafes? I can't tell from the trailer, but I'm a little bit intrigued actually. Usually I don't watch a lot of this type of anime, but I think this trailer does a good job of having me intrigued. Now, let's have a look in detail at the trailer to end this video, at the title, I mean, because there's something interesting I want to talk about regarding this title. Okay, so I've opened up another screen here. I switched to a different screen, so because I want to explain about the title, and I've written it down here. Now, at the top here on the screen, you see Akiba Maid Sensou, and that is how I would normally write it in Japanese. Akiba, the first 3 characters that you see, is short for Akihabara, so the mecca for otaku to go in Tokyo. The next 3 characters, Meido, means maid. So it's a little transcription from English to Japanese. As you can see, it's all written in katakana, meaning they are the maid part at least is a loan word. Akiba is written in katakana, probably because it's short for Akihabara. And then the last 2 characters are kanji, so meaningful characters that mean Sensou war. So this would be as I write the title in a normal way, but as you see below is how they write the title in the trailer, and we see that it's exactly the same, Akiba, so that's the same, but Meido is written with kanji and not with katakana. The pronunciation is the same, but they are kanji, and the meaning is dark road. So mei means darkness, to means road, that you see there. So I'm going to highlight it here. So the top one would be if you just write it normally. The bottom one has actually a hidden meaning or an extra meaning in it. Akiba, dark road war. And the pronunciation of dark road is the same pronunciation in Japanese as maid. So we can see from the trailer it's about maids, but there's a wordplay going on in the title here. Dark Road War, it's I don't know. It's I really don't know. It looks like it's gonna be an anime series with some humor in it, with the purposeful censorship in it, but at the same time, if I look at the title, if I would take that title at face value, I would think like it's a series about all the hardships and hard things that these girls who work as maids have to deal with the dark road and then Sensou war. So I don't know, is it just a fun wordplay that they were doing here, or is there actually a meaning behind that? Well, we're gonna have to watch the anime and see, but yeah, I thought it was interesting to cover this trailer. It has my interest peaked. It's different than other similarly themed anime. So I might give it a try, see what it is, how it turns out, and I think the trailer did a good job at piquing my interest, actually. The title and the visuals I saw caught my interest. So let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Is it an anime you're interested in watching? And what do you think about the title? Is there some deeper meaning behind that, or is it just a simple wordplay? Once it starts airing, we're probably gonna find out. So take care and catch you guys at the next one. Jane. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, tap the notification bell and sound off in the comments. And hey, while you're here, why not check out another video?